Hey guys, welcome back Attack. I'm Skyland Shore, and I'm going to give you my first impression review on a new mobile MMORTS, Battle for Domination. It is entirely likely that you have heard of games Clash of Clans and Game of War. Now this game, how it stands inside the genre is really similar to Game of War, but from my experience with my cellular device and my experience with the entire genre, I can say that Battle for Domination is one of the best looking MMORTSs out there. Not only that, but it actually runs really well on my older device. But yeah, not only does it run well, it actually looks really good. It has a cartoon aesthetic, I'll admit it, but at least almost everything is animated. You have characters that are animated walking around. When you go and look at your main knight character, he's also freaking animated. You even have a really nice waterfall in the background. I saw that. But anyways, guys, the animations look really good. It is cartoony, but at least it looks crisp, colorful. There is character to this game. So Battle for Domination, definitely already, I can tell you. First impressions, as soon as I loaded up the game, I was like, wow, this game has polish. It's definitely one of the better MMORTSs. But of course, being a genre completely defined around its endgame, I had to play for a couple of hours just to really get a taste of the game. And luckily, very luckily actually, it didn't even take me a couple of hours to really get into the game. You have a quest system, so you can go at your own pace and go in your own directions. You can choose what quests you want to pursue. If you want to go into a militaristic approach, you can just go and do all the military quests, or you can just sit there and build up your base. Whatever you want to do, you can go do that. It does hold your hand, it does tell you what to do, but it doesn't limit you. Whatever you want to do, you go do that. The tutorial is very broad and open, I guess you could say, at least the start of the game. Luckily, they also supply you with an ample amount of gold so that you can actually just build up your bases and complete these quests extremely fast. Yeah, the expedition of the game is really unheard of in this genre, which is really all about waiting. So what are we doing in this game? Well, for the most part, it's really, you're just kind of flipping through the different menus. It's basically what it is. You click on the eye stimuli, and you just kind of, the game almost plays itself, at least at first. But like I said, the game does absolutely open up, and you kind of have a choice of what you want to specialize in already at the very start of the game. But for the most part, the game really allows you to kind of build up everything all at the same time because of the quest system. It tells you to build 4 mines, and maybe you don't want to do that, but just do it anyways because you get a huge amount of rewards, so you might as well not. This can be a problem, but at the same time, it does, well, it casualizes the experience, but that's actually really good, at least for the start. Now, endgame, of course, once you actually get up to endgame, then there's probably going to be some specialization or some niche build mechanics that you can utilize. That I don't know, this is a first impression, but for the most part, I'm glad that the game is casualized, at least at the beginning, because this genre is riddled with games that take so long to actually get into. Some of these MMORTSs, I can't even get into the PvP for hours and hours and hours, and I like that Battle for Domination actually allowed me to use my military as soon as the game started. So its military, its PvP action, and PvE action works pretty much the same as Game of War and a lot of other MMORTSs. You're not going to have the unique factor that you have in Boom Beach or Clash of Clans, but you still do have that hardcore approach to the PvP or the PvE, where you are going to be sending out multiple armies, and you're going to have a march time. Yes, this is a little bit tragic, but the march time isn't huge. Game of War has a huge march time. This game, it's actually a really small, and you can actually go and take out like monster lairs, and once you destroy or attack monster lairs, you actually get resources from that, and they can turn into resource nodes. There is also individual resource nodes in the overworld. There's other players you can attack. So that intertwined with all the different kinds of quests that you can utilize, where you're building up your base, and then you're building up different kind of units and doing all sorts of different research. Leveling up is actually really addictive, and I did not have to play this game for a few hours, but I kind of just ended up playing it for a really long time, and I actually kind of had a lot of fun. It's really addicting, I'll admit it. But one thing that kind of turned me off, at the same time it was a little bit interesting though, is that yes, this game is pay to win, but so is the entire genre essentially. Probably other than Clash of Clans maybe. But what interested me is the amount of pay to win options that were available. You can actually produce an illusion of your army so that other people who are spying on you see like double the size of the army. Or you can have flat bonuses in offense or flat bonuses in defense, but there is no one option just for a stronger army or defense. There's lots of different options, so I kind of feel like that kind of makes it fair in a way. At least as long as you're in the understanding that this is a pay-to-win game, and it is a little bit hardcore despite its childish look. Now, a big reason why people do play these games is actually because they are pay-to-win. But it's a little bit interesting because these are directly pay-to-win games. You aren't just paying to win against PvE. You're not just paying to win to accelerate your progress. You're literally paying a little bit of money in order to be directly stronger than what you could be without money towards another player. You're putting a lot of time and a lot of resource in this game, so there's a lot of risk and a lot of reward for players who take these kind of games seriously. So if you like MMORTSs, for all the reasons why people normally like MMORTSs, you might actually fall in love with Battle for Domination. Me personally, my favorite MMORTS still is going to be Clash of Clans. I really love the true fair mechanics and strategy of the city building in that game. But if you are somebody who really enjoys the usual MMORTS mechanics, you're really gonna like Battle for Domination, because even though it's on the cell phone, I think it beats almost any other browser or PC MMORTS so far. Absolutely, if you are playing Game of War right now, I'm sorry to say, but I think you should probably drop it and check out Battle for Domination. That's pretty much all I have to say about the game. Thanks for watching. I'm Skyland Shore with Attack Gaming, and we were going to keep you in the loop. If you like and subscribe, you can see the videos coming to your sub feed of all these awesome new games coming out. So, hope you stay tuned, and we'll see you again next time.
So thanks for watching. Be sure to leave this video a like, subscribe. You can find us on Twitter. _ Mark McDonald, NWC
No one wants to hear that shit.
No, they want to hear it. This is the first time they've made it all.
They do. No one wants to hear it. Everyone's like, oh, that was a really cool video. And then at the end, they're like, don't forget to subscribe. And everyone's like, oh, come on.
I tweet essentially to an open, empty room.